read it and then I'll give my opinion. Okay, so I have my little Safari open. Okay, let's see which one. Okay, let's pick one. None of these seem good. Okay, I said okay like 10 times. Am I the a-hole for setting up a just-in-case fund for my daughter? My daughter has been married to her husband for 3 years and they recently had their first child. The entire time they've been married, she's been a housewife and now she's a stay-at-home mom with no plans to return to work. I think that's fine and I've been supportive. I also know she and her husband both have sizable life insurance policies, so if God forbid one dies, they'll be okay. However, she also signed a prenup, which means, oh my gosh, I can't read. I have to fix this. If you hear like cars going by, I apologize. However, she also signed a prenup, which again I think is smart, but according to my daughter, she'd get a very small settlement, and even with child support, there's a good chance she would have to return to work. And after being out of workforce for a bit, who knows if that'll be a challenge. My main worry is my niece fell into this scenario. Even with child support, she struggled. So my husband, her father, and I set up a just-in-case account. If her and her husband divorce, she'll have money to fall back on, just in case. If they remain married past the time my husband and I die, it'll just be added to what she'll inherit. I didn't intend on telling her about it unless it happened, but my husband pointed out that if she was ever in a situation where she wanted to leave but worried she financially couldn't, it'd be good for her to know she has a plan B. So we told her and she was a little surprised. She said she appreciated it but felt we were rooting against her. I said we love her husband and hope they have a very long, healthy marriage. We have always been supportive, but this is similar to the prenup. A just in case, a last resort. Well, she told her husband and he's pissed at us as well, saying that we don't trust him. I said it's looking out for our daughter and really is no different from a prenup. I added that just as he'll always want to protect his daughter, we'll always want to protect ours. Am I the asshole? Absolutely not. Especially if you have a kid and you want them to always be financially stable. You always want them to have money to fall back onto. You always want to make sure that they're okay. So especially if she signed a prenup, or if she wants to get out of the marriage, she'll have money. She'll be okay. That's all the parents want from their daughter, for her to be okay. So no, was never that happy with my mom moving on so quickly, so she kept this from me. I only found officially met his son 20 about 3 months before the marriage. He had his own apartment and doesn't live with us. The first few weeks we met, we got drunk and hooked up. We knew it wasn't a good idea, but did it anyways and kept it a secret. About 2 months, our parents got us together because they showed up to his apartment unannounced. I guess it caused a lot of issues between my mom and his dad, and my mom demanded me to stop seeing him. We stopped seeing each other for a bit, but this past weekend we had Mother's Day dinner, and we went up to my room and we were just playing on my PS4. But my when they get like no grammar here. But when our parents came up and saw us, they got the wrong idea and completely freaked out. They've been fighting between each other now non-stop. My mom says I caused this and I'm trying to sabotage our marriage, and that I was never happy about it from the start. Her and I got into a big argument and I've been staying with a friend. Am I the asshole? I mean, I feel like kind of, because you know like that's your mom's like husband's son, and you just like hook up. Like she said that she hooked up and she didn't really care. So like that's gonna be really weird in the end. Like, you know, like family days, family events, and like that's your brother-in-law. You know what I mean? So that's like really nasty. It's a little weird. So yeah, I literally just got back from work, and then I'm not reading. I really just got back from work, and I sat down and I started recording. I'm like looking at this and I'm like, why can't I read? You guys, I need glasses. I need glasses. No, like really bad. I've been like, I remember I was like playing with my friend and I put his glasses on, and then I was like, wait. Hello. There was like anime on the screen, and then like I started watching it with the glasses, and I was like, oh, this is what it's like. This is what it feels like to see. Okay, I've been squinting my whole life. I thought this is normal. But yeah. Am I the asshole for going through my girlfriend's dresser drawers? Okay, let's see. So I have ADHD and sensory issues. However, I'm pretty low needs and can manage my own stuff as long as no one interferes. I have sensitive hearing, and that's my main trigger, so to speak. Noise simulation is my main thing, but I always have precautions. I have this incredible pair of headphones, which is one of my prized possessions. It's blue and white, and I've had it since I was 12ish. They block out everything, no joke. And they're smooth and well shaped and fashionable looking, so I can wear them around my neck without feeling like a weirdo. My girlfriend has a weird aversion to all of my little quirks, as she calls them, all the barely noticeable things I do to deal with my issues. I don't take meds, but she gracious. Okay, no, I don't think you're the asshole because she went into your side of the table, took the headphones, hid it, and then lied about having it. So she's the asshole. And then switched it around to where you're the bad guy and you have to apologize even though she did something wrong. Like, she's talking about invasion of privacy, but she did the same thing. She invaded your privacy, went onto your side, the bedside, and took your headphones, hid it, and then lied about it. Yeah. Yeah, she's sick. She's really sick for that. Okay. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend to go back to his home country and go be with his ex? Oh wow. My boyfriend is originally from another country, but we've had no cultural differences or anything so far, and we've had a nice time together. He always told me that him and his ex split up because of the move, and it was too hard to do long distance. He also said they grew apart and just weren't getting along anymore. Fair enough. But here's the thing. Recently, he admitted to me that the contract for his previous house in his home country is still in his name, and his ex still lives there. So essentially, he's paying her bills. This upsets me, but he convinced me that he couldn't just break the contract, and it's expiring in a few weeks anyway, so she'll be moving out and he won't have any ties to her anymore. Everything I found out about his ex has been against my will. I never asked him one thing about her, but somehow I know her name, what she looks like, and details about their sex life, etc. No, that's a no. I'm honestly tired of it. I would be too. I did politely mention to him to please stop mentioning her all the time because I feel like we can't move forward if he does, to which he apologized and agreed. But the other day we were hanging out having fun, then he randomly became quiet and stopped talking. I asked him what's wrong and he said, I just feel bad for what I did to his ex's name. I moved countries and I left her in a shit house. I feel bad about it. I know it wasn't right, but I flipped out and told him to go back there and be with her if he feels so bad. I told him to stop leading me on if he's still obsessed with her. He stormed out and sat outside by himself for an hour. I walked out and told him to go home because I'm going to sleep. We haven't spoken properly since, and I know I shouldn't have flipped out, but I'm too overwhelmed. No. Not the asshole. Because I hate that. If you're with somebody, stop talking about your ex every single time. I feel like if someone's talking about their ex, any chance they get, they still love them. When you love somebody, you cannot shut up about them. When you love somebody, you always want to talk about them. Even if it's like anything small, like a small detail, you're always going to want to talk about them because you love them. You want to talk. So if someone's constantly talking to you about your ex, leave them. Leave them. They still are not over their ex. Even like if you know so many things about her or him, and it's against your will, and your partner keeps bringing it up, get rid of them, please. Please, for my sake. Please, Boogie. But definitely not the asshole. That's so wrong. Okay. I'm going to do one more. Let's look for one. I'm looking for one. Okay. Am I the asshole for keeping my BFF's husband's secret? Okay. This is a long one. Okay. wish he never told me and nothing will ever happen between us. I then told him that if he's feeling this way, he must be missing something from his relationship and he needed to figure it out. I then stopped talking to him for many months. I only saw him if I had to because of seeing Julie. Eventually, it was forgotten, or at least I thought it was. So we were friends again. My throat was hurting. We were friends again, and all was normal. Fast forward to 2 weeks ago, he out of the blue told me he still had feelings. I again got super pissed, told him I thought he was over it, and that I wish I told Julie the first time. I told him again to figure this crap out. Well, a few days ago, he told me he planned on telling Julie because of how guilty I've been feeling from not telling her what he told me. I got pissed off again and told him that he's going to ruin my lifelong friendship with her because I kept the secret thinking he was going to get over these stupid feelings. I told him that I would stop being friends. Oh my gosh. Okay. I just got a text message, sorry. Stop being friends with him so we can get over his stupid feelings so we can move on with our lives. But if he really couldn't get over the feelings, that he definitely needed to tell her. I'm very afraid of what will happen if she finds out I didn't tell her in the first place because I feel like I betrayed her. But my intention was that he would get over it and their marriage would be saved. Now I feel extra guilty for not telling her a year ago and for telling her now. Am I the asshole for keeping this a secret? Yeah. Because why would you let your friend be with somebody that can like somebody else so easily, even if it's like I don't work or stay in your relationship and think of why you might be feeling these things? What kind of answer is that? If you're with somebody and you have feelings for someone else, then you really don't like that person, do you? So it's kind of an asshole because if it was my friend and her boyfriend was like, oh yeah, don't tell her, I'm gonna be like, and I'm just like gonna go running get her and be like, yeah, your boyfriend, he's not your boyfriend's out Bob, your boyfriend's out Bob, get him right now, you right when he told you, you should have